What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and another video. This time it's not necessarily a gameplay video, it's more of a tutorial style video for a couple people that want to know how I edit my videos, how I utilize the green screen behind me, how I make these awesome video layouts, so you will. So that's for you guys. So let's roll the intro and we'll get into the process of how I do everything using only a phone. Now the first thing that you want to do is, if you're on an Android device, click down below in the description. There's a link to download the apps that I use on this channel for editing my videos, making the channel art and what have you. But click on the one that says Pixellabs, and once you have that fully downloaded, click on it, open it, and it's going to bring you to this right here. Now I'm not going to go through the step-by-step process of it, but this will be sped up for you. Basically, all I'm really doing is changing the size of the image itself. I usually pick YouTube thumbnail because it's so much easier to do. You can make the background color however you want, and for purposes like right now, I'm just going to use like a basic one. We'll go with red and whatnot. So as far as that goes, it's a simple process on how I do it, really. I utilize like full screenshots that I have, like say for instance this screenshot right here of a game that I downloaded earlier. It's a full screen, so it fits for what I want to do for like face cams or full screen gameplays. Gonna put that in there. You're gonna change the color of it. Let's see, we'll change the color of it to black and whatnot. Add the stroke to it. We'll put a white stroke on there, increase the size to 5. And as we're doing that, we're going to keep in mind of where we want everything to be laid out at, but do not adjust the sides on it. So we want it right here, so we can still, we'll put it up here at the top so we can still utilize, like, say a face cam, like what you see right here. So we'll put that there, and we're going to lock it in place so we don't mess with it. I'm going to add a little bit of drop shadow to it, just to give it some depth. And now, what we're going to do here is, all we're really going to do is copy this image like so. This is going to be for our face cam. So we decrease the size of it. Put it down right here in the bottom. That way it'll fit. Like so. That way we can have stuff above us and next to us. So make it a little bit smaller. I tend to use this tool a lot, the relative position, just to get those fine movements, those fine adjustments. Now as far as the face cam using a green screen goes, I like to decrease the size of it by like half, which works out perfectly for putting a face cam over it. You have the black bars behind you and whatnot, so it's great. And so after you get that, you can put whatever images you want around it. You just got to remember that your video and your face cam video are going to be going over the entirety of the black areas there. So if you put like a PNG image of, say, like go with Brawl Stars here, say you put a PNG image of Nita, why not? Let's do that. We'll throw Nita on here. Put a PNG over the whole thing like that, your video is going to cover up Nita's face. Doing it this way, it makes it a whole lot easier. So we're going to add some text, change the style, sample, we're going to go to the font, use the first one I see, going to put that down at the very bottom, increase the size to where it fits, and it's the same method applies to your text that you put on there. You don't want it to cover up the black, any of the black screens that you have there, just because it'll be covered up by your images, or your videos I should say. And once you have that done, you'll just click save it to whatever gallery you want, and there's that. Got notifications like crazy. So the two video editor apps that I mainly use PowerDirector. It's a great free app. You can pay for a subscription, you can opt out of the subscription and still use all their features for free. The other one I use, I'm getting more into using it, is KineMaster. A lot of other smaller YouTube channels and some big YouTube channels also use KineMaster as well. So we're going to switch over to using PowerDirector, and most of the same techniques that I use with PowerDirector you can apply to KineMaster. So keep that in mind. For those of you that use KineMaster, this will apply to you too. Yeah, open up PowerDirector, hit New Project. We're going to label it Tutorial, just like so. Make sure it's in 16:9. That's the best way to do this. We're going to go up to Images. Pixelab is what you used for that. You can add that here. And there's no Ken Burns effect on it, which is great. So we're going to increase that a little bit. Say right here. Go to 2 minutes. It makes it great. And once you have that, we're going to start with the video you're going to put in the main square. So we're going to go overlay, video, go We're just going to use this old PUBG video I have, because it's still in the right size format, so it'll work just for what we want to do here. Gonna make sure everything lines up. Keep adjusting. That's the main thing about it too, is you gotta do a lot of little adjustments. There's no markers or anything to tell you where everything is. No fade. And make sure this is showing up where I want it. Now it's fine if you have a little bit of overlap, because it's not going to be very noticeable unless you're fully paying attention to it. But yeah, this is a video that I made a few weeks ago. So like I said, we're just going to use that for it. And as far as the green screen overlay, I've got to search in all my videos real quick to find one to show you. Alright, so whenever you have your green screen face cam that you want to use, you're going to go to the overlay icon. It's the double layer that you see there. You're going to click over to video, find the video you want to use for your overlay, back out. I'm going to change this to where there's no fade, so it comes in automatically with the very first video you have. First thing to do is adjust the size of everything to where it fits exactly where you want on your little face cam block there. Now it might be a little tricky depending on how big you make the block. So now, once you have it positioned where you want, you're going to make sure you still have your video selected. Hit the little pin icon. There's an option that says chroma key. So if you are using a green screen, or in some cases a blue screen, those are the two most common colors to use for your green screen effects. You're going to click this little eyedropper, select your background, your green screen background. I tend to go with the darker one most of the time, just because it's a whole lot easier. You're going to move the sliders to adjust how much is taken out. If you go too far, you're going to remove your face or part of your body. Same thing with the denoise option. You're going to remove a lot of stuff. So we're going to adjust this down to where all of our body is showing. And keep the denoise at 50 for now. And alright, we're going to select a different part of that just so it'll work a lot better. My arm is see-through right now. Yeah, it's a little bit of a trial and error on everything, trying to get everything to work. But once you have it where it looks good to your liking and not everything is cut out, I should say. I don't know why that part right there is not working. So, like I said, it's a lot of trial and error to get it just right. Now it's kind of a little bit of, like, your shoulder is kind of see-through. Like I said, it's not noticeable. So once you have it where you want it, you're going to do it like that. And then pretty much just hit the preview option to test it out to make sure it is working. And just like that. It's pretty simple. So, if this was super helpful for you, I hope it was. It was a very quick rundown of the process on how I utilize the green screen, how I create my layouts, and kind of sort of how I edit on my phone. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a phone. You can use any device, really, like mobile device, say an Android phone, an iPhone, an iPad, a tablet even. You can utilize various amounts of editing apps that you can download from Google Play Store or the iTunes Store. Doesn't necessarily have to be Android. I'm just saying the apps that I use are specifically on Android. So hopefully, like I said, it helps you, and if it does, please do drop a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more tutorials from me, you want some more editing tutorials, I should say. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys have a great New Year's and stay safe. Don't drink and drive. I feel like I gotta say that on this video because this will be my last video upload of 2018. As you guys know, New Year's Eve tends to get crazy for people. So once again, please be safe. Don't drink and drive. Have a happy New Year's Eve celebration, and I will see you guys in the next video and in next year.